So what's taking the James Harden trade so long? Why hasn't it happened already, man? It just feels like it should have already happened months ago. And there's actually a lot of stuff to go ahead and uncover. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, but let's get straight into it, man. Starting off with where this all happened. So basically, James Harden requested a trade from the Philadelphia 76ers while opting into his player option. They say Daryl Morey promised him that he was going to get a max extension this offseason if he took the pay cut for them to sign PJ Tucker and I think it was Daniel House. And obviously he did take that pay cut because we all know James Harden. But he actually didn't get that contract extension, so he requested a trade out of Philadelphia. And then James Harden decided to say this.
And I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. Let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of again.
Yeah, kind of crazy that he would say that to a bunch of fans. And after all of this, Daryl Morey still wasn't going to trade James Harden for some reason. He even said he's not triggered at all by the comments that he said about him. And it seems like he specifically wanted a trade to the Los Angeles Clippers. It seems like he wanted to go there, and negotiating wasn't going pretty well for them. At first, the 76ers were asking for Paul George in return for James Harden. I wouldn't see one reason why the Clippers would go ahead and do that. And Woj even said that he was going to make the 76ers so uncomfortable that they would have no choice but to trade him. But once again, Daryl Morey was not bugging at all. This situation kept getting worse and worse, and he didn't even attend to the first game of training camp, or the first day of training camp. Basically, it was media day. I might be wrong on this, but I think a player can get fined if they just don't attend to any training camp games or media day for no reason. And actually, yeah, he did get fined for not attending, I think so. And at that time, I was wondering, why don't they just go ahead and trade James Harden and get this whole thing over with? Well, it's because they weren't going to trade that guy for nothing. Harden is a really good player, one of the best three-level scorers in the NBA. And one of the best playmakers in the NBA. I think he's the best passer in the NBA, in my opinion. They obviously tried to trade him, but it really didn't work. I thought the Heat would be interested in James Harden after not getting Damian Lillard. We all know he went to the Bucks in that 3-team trade. He got sent to Milwaukee, and we all know Jimmy Butler and how he looks now, that emo look. But I thought they would be interested in James Harden, but they came out and said that they have no interest in James Harden. Which I feel like if they trade Tyler Hero for him, the deal would be already done. He would definitely be a part of Miami. But I don't really know if that would be worth it either for the Miami Heat. And I can see why they weren't willing to trade Tyler Hero for Bradley Beal. I don't think it would necessarily make the most sense in the world. I don't think it's really an upgrade from Tyler Hero to Bradley Beal. Basically the same player in my opinion. And I feel like that would be an absolute fleece for the Wizards, man. Bradley Beal is a lot older than Tyler Hero's a lot. I think Beal's 30, Hero's 23 or something like that. And I think in my Damian Lillard video, I said that the Miami Heat would go ahead and trade for Jrue Holiday. I definitely think it would be a really good fit. But they said they were interested, but obviously they couldn't get the deal to go through. A lot of teams were interested in Jrue Holiday. Trust me, the Utah Jazz were very close to getting him. I know that from a source, but still, man, a lot of teams were interested in the Heat. If they would have went all in like they did on Dame, I mean, they really didn't really try that much to get Dame, and I feel like the Blazers did a really good job handling the Dame situation. But a part of all that, the Dame and Miami Heat thing, James Harden was still in Philadelphia. And he actually decided to attend to training camp and, do the pictures and stuff like that. He was actually feeling pretty good there, at least that's what the Philadelphia 76ers and the people inside there said. And then out of nowhere, Woj or Shams, I think it was one of them, but I'm pretty sure it was Woj or Shams. I'm not entirely sure, but one of them said that James Harden trade to the Clippers could be happening any second now. At least it was something like that. But there was one thing stopping the trade from going down. It was the fact that the Clippers were not willing to trade Terrence Mann. At first I thought really maybe they wanted Terrence Mann, some other role players, and a lot of first round picks. That's how Daryl Morey is. Which I was completely wrong about that, by the way. A report came out today that the 76ers literally offered James Harden for Terrence Mann and 2 first-round picks, and the Clippers literally declined that. They had their chance to fleece the 76ers. That's actually a horrible package for James Harden. I guess they wanted to trade him now, and I guess Daryl Morey was now messing around, and they could have got Harden for just Terrence Mann and 2 first-round picks. I don't think Terrence Mann is that good if you're not willing to trade that for James Harden. I feel like the Clippers think Terrence Mann is a top 5 player in the NBA. And he's just a role player averaging like 8 points per game. And then another report came out today with more info on the trade. The Sixers also offered James Harden for Terrence Mann and 1 pick swap and 1 first for James Harden. And guess what? They declined it. They were only trading Terrence Mann, once again averaging 8 points per game, and a first-round pick for James Harden. A pick swap really doesn't count as like an unprotected first to me. At least it's not as valuable as one. If I'm the Clippers, man, I'm accepting that all day long. They could have fleeced the 76ers again. All they had to do was accept the trade. They would have had 21 points per game and 10 assists on their team right now. You can't tell me that Terrence Mann is better than James Harden. And then Morey also said if they are willing to keep their assets so much, why don't they just give me Paul George? And then the Clippers automatically decline that. And that's where we are right now. So it's just a whole bunch of, it's just really dumb. The Clippers obviously should have accepted that trade for Terrence Mann and 2 firsts for James Harden. And that's it, though, man. I feel like it felt like it would be a lot more players, picks involved in the deal. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.